Bargain Bros.
Yes, we're at GameStop again. I feel like that's the best place. If you're gonna get used games,
Yeah, dude.
it's the best place. This is Dave, not
What's up?
Nicole this week. Yeah, we're doing some Bargain Bros. I don't want to boast or anything, but I kind of won last episode. So I'm kind of on a high. Jams, I beat you at your own game, man. But this week, we're gonna go after good games. So our budget is $10. $10 for a good game.
It's not bad. A good used game. And do you know what system you're gonna go for this time?
I don't know. So last time I was like, the Wii sucks. Let's get a bad Wii game. Maybe we get an Xbox game. Maybe we get a Wii U game. I don't know.
Only time will tell.
Can't get a Switch game though.
No. Why not?
$10, man.
Ah.
Got my dunks. If anyone was wondering where I buy video games, I'll point this out, Dave. We got a Target over there. Great. We got the GameStop over here. And then right near it, we have Best Buy. So, like, this is the best I got. We're coming full force. I think we're going to have luck at GameStop, though. So, yeah, we'll do that. So, before I reveal the game, I like GameStop a lot, okay? I shop there a lot. I have the Elite Pro member card, which comes in handy, especially for this show. But damn, dude, those salesmen are so pushy. And, I mean, obviously I'm not going to go in there and be like, hey, I have a Nintendo channel. Like, I know when all the pre-orders are going to come out. But it's just, Dave, help me out here, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's a little much. But anyway, I'm super pumped about this game. For only $10, I think I struck gold with this one. A Boy and His Blob for the Nintendo Wii. Now, I just said how bad some of the Nintendo Wii games are, but there are a few gems. So I saw this in the store and I was freaking out. I actually just looked on my phone and this game is going for like $60. So I think we got a rare one. All right, so Boy and His Blob, $9.99. I only spent $8 because the Elite member card. And you can see right here, it's a puzzle platformer. The art style is really, really cool on this. And let's see, I believe it is complete in box. It is complete in box. So we have the manual and the disc in here. So I think we're good to go, man.
I think we're good.
So I lost, and I'm really disappointed. I lost by 1 vote. Way to go. And even my girlfriend, my lovely girlfriend who's filming right now, even made a fake account to try to get me 1 vote, and YouTube deleted the comment on it, so we could have tied, but we didn't. I'm sure Pat's already told you that our budget's $10 now, and we're finding a good game again, so we're going to Game On, which is a store that I'm pretty sure every state probably has a retro video game store named Game On, because I've seen so many stores named it. But we're going there. This place usually has a lot of good stuff. That's where I got Shadows of the Empire when it was at their second store. This is their different store. It's a lot smaller. I think that we're going to find a good game for $10. What do you think, Tanina?
Yes.
Yes, let's go. 5 video games.
Oh,
Let's go.
fuck.
It's hot. I didn't know what game to get. It's really hot in the store. What with my gut? X-Men Mutant Academy. It's a fighting game, I think, based off of the back. That's not made by Capcom. It's made by Activision, or published by Activision. Could be good. Let's see, X-Men, Pat. It comes with the costumes from the original movie, or features costumes from the movie.
A Boy and His Blob for the Nintendo Wii. Now, the Wii was a wacky, zany, even gimmicky console, and it did have its fair share of bad games, but the genre that the Wii did right and pretty well was the 2D platforming genre. The fact that you can switch your Wiimote sideways, it almost felt like a classic console. And in a time where two platformers in particular kind of overshadowed the game, there was another one. And that was Boy and His Blob, a way-forward game. You know, WayForward has done some great things with DuckTales, and now A Boy and His Blob. So, is it as good as some of the more famous 2D Wii platformers? The answer is yes. A Boy and His Blob was originally an NES game, and then WayForward came and did what they do best, and that's make old games new again, and that's exactly what they did with this. This game looks absolutely stunning, even now, even in 2018, from the hand-drawn art to the lighting effects to even how the Boy and the Blob move. They're very smooth movements, and if you guys know anything about animation, like this is really good stuff. This game looks incredible. That's the first thing that I took from it. But the premise of Boy and His Blob is a boy goes outside and is startled by a crash landing. And this blob has a very, very special talent, and that's being able to transform into useful objects to solve puzzles by eating beans. Guys, don't think about it too much. This game is very awesome. And that's exactly what it is. It is a puzzle platforming game where you control the boy and you have the blob at your disposal. Now, the boy can't do much. He can push objects and jump, but he needs the blob to do small tasks like transforming into a ladder or transforming into a trampoline to get to higher platforms. And it's not so much about the destination of this game, it's how you get there, and you're going to love getting there because this game is just pure fun. Now, this game uses a world map that is actually a poster in your your hub world. You go from world to world, exploring different environments and solving all kinds of puzzles. Now, each of these sub-levels don't last for very long. I would say probably about 5 minutes and 20 minutes at the most, so maybe this game can make it to more modern consoles, huh? WayForward, I'm looking at you. The unsuspecting thing about this game, besides the awesome puzzles and the way that you complete them, is that this game actually has boss battles. Now, the boss battles are very, very different because you can't really do a lot as the boy, so you have to quickly decide what you do as the blob, and these boss battles are very, very tense because the blob has to do these commands in a manner before you get hit, so it's kind of very tense in that aspect. Now, the one downside about this game is the way that the boy and the blob interact. Now, the blob is good about most commands, but you have to call him over constantly to eat the bean and transform into whatever object you need. I found it at some times that the blob wouldn't come on the first command, but luckily this game, if you hit the call button 3 times, he automatically comes to you, which I found myself using more and more as I played this game. I mean, not to talk this game up too much, but this game is pretty fantastic, down to the artwork, to the actual game itself. And this game is just downright fun to play. You know, it's a puzzle platformer. You're left scratching your head sometimes at some of these puzzles. You never feel overwhelmed. You know, you always are trying every single possibility to complete these puzzles. And I think that's the mark of a true, like, fun, good game. Boy in the Blob is everything that I expected it to be, and I'm really, really excited about this purchase. So I think Boy and His Blob, very, very great game, and I had a ton of fun playing it. This game is probably about an 8 to 10 hour game, depending on how crazy you are with collectibles. There are treasure chests in a lot of these levels that unlock, you know, little decorative things for your hub world. So, you know, you don't have to get them, but, you know, to add some replayability, you can always go back and collect all the chests. So I thought that was pretty good. But overall, I really enjoyed Boy and His Blob, and yeah, definitely 2 thumbs up for this one.
What is up, guys? Jams here for episode 3 of Bargain Bros. And I gotta admit, I kind of messed up on this one. Because we had $10 to get a good game, and what I got is X-Men Mutant Academy for the PlayStation 1. And I think the first thing I did wrong was get a PlayStation 1 game. But you know what? I'm going to give this game a chance, against whatever Pat has to offer. I think we might be able to beat him. But, I'll try my hardest. X-Men Mutant Academy for the PlayStation 1 is a 32-bit fighter not made by Capcom, but instead made by Activision. For some reason, I thought this game was not a fighter when I bought it, and I thought it would be interesting to look at an X-Men game, but then I booted it up, and what do you know, it's a fighter. But you know what's great about booting up the game? Watching this beautiful pre-rendered cutscene. Just look at how fantastic it looks. Thank God for the PlayStation 1, and that whole beautiful transition period from 2D to 3D. This is the gems we get from it. As with any early fighter, of course, it barely has any modes you can choose from, but it actually has more than you would think. There's arcade mode, which is pretty self-explanatory and in most fighters. Then there's versus mode, of course, but I have no one that wants to play with me. I asked my girlfriend and she said no. Then there's survival mode, which I didn't even press at all, which I assume is just, fighting endlessly. Academy mode, where you learn each character's traits and fighting skills. And Cerebro mode, which I will get to later. And let's start with Academy mode, because I have no idea what I'm doing. We get to the character select screen, which we get to choose from Cyclops, Wolverine, Gambit, Storm, Beast, Phoenix, and 4 locked characters that are Toad, Mystique, Sabretooth, and Magneto. Well, already I'm upset because my favorite X-Man isn't here, which happens to be Colossus. But, I'll get over it. But you know what? Wolverine's a close second, so I'll just go with Wolverine, because he's fucking badass. You know what? I already regret choosing Academy mode because, look at this.
Press media. Begin. Excellent.
This is horrible. It holds your hand way too much. You know what? Let's just go to arcade mode and try to beat it. So of course in arcade mode you have to beat all the characters in a row. The game tells you to beat in a row. And of course I'm going to choose Wolverine again because that's the one I most know about because I had to press square to punch in that shitty fucking training mode. Look at these sick fucking loading screens though, dude. Like the Cyclops one and the Wolverine one and the Gambit one, and that's all I got up to in this mode. So you get what you get from this game. You beat up other X-Men and you play as X-Men. You press the square to punch and you press the X to kick and you press the W to punch and you press the triangle to punch. I don't know, man, but the specific combinations that you do and you do special attacks and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And I fucking hate Cyclops, so any chance I get to beat the shit out of him, I'm gonna take that. After you beat Cyclops, you go to Wolverine, and look at that! He's wearing the suit from the movie! That's pretty fucking cool. Thanks, developers. And of course, if you're doing Wolverine versus Wolverine, you're gonna have Wolverine win, of course, because I'm Wolverine and the other Wolverine can't handle my Wolverine. But of course, when you get to Gambit and his stupid fucking powers, he beats the shit out of you. And I tried with like 4 characters, and I'm not gonna beat him. I come to that terms. But I hear you saying, how are you gonna unlock all the characters, Jams? What are you gonna do? There's 4 more. Well, guess what? Of course, there's a cheat code, because every early game has a cheat code. So I put in the code and I get to unlock the characters that I couldn't unlock. And they play like the other ones pretty much. But it's pretty cool because who would ever thought that Toad would get representation in a video game? I would never think Toad would be in a video game, but here he is. Of course, I fought with all of them, except for Storm. But Magneto is probably the best one because he's goddamn fucking Magneto. But now let's talk about Cerebro Mode. Cerebro Mode is extras that you get. And what is one of these extras but the trailer to 2000's X-Men? Legitimately, it's the trailer for the movie in the game. Not only that, but there's also set photos for some reason. Of course, that's not all that's here. You get intro FMVs for all the characters, and they are very laughable to watch. This is pure enjoyment right here, watching these. You guys, this is what's the best part about this game. So as you can see, X-Men Mutant Academy is sure a game, and it is sure playable. Though if you consider it a good game, that's up to you. And if you do think that it's better than Pat's game, you can vote in the comments for me with #jams. Or if you thought Pat's game was better than mine, which you probably do, you can vote in the comments for #Patrick. And at the end, we'll decide who wins. I lost last time, and I'm probably going to lose this time with this worthless game. But, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and, have a good one.